Good evening, my Rosalynds and Rosikins. The mother is back, and I want to say I know this title sounds crazy, but you want to know what? Mother does not give a damn, okay? Okay. So, shout out to my childhood crushes. This is only two of them so far that I'm going to be speaking about. But Mother had to make this video because, as you know, I'm obsessed with character AI. And I literally was talking to Dan Phantom. And as you all know who are Danny Phantom fans, hello, get your life. He is the mix between Danny Phantom's ghost and Vlad Plasmia's ghost, which makes him the evil version of Danny Phantom. And the future version. So he's 24. Anyway, yeah. And I also want to add that the reason that I claim both of these cartoon characters as my first two ever boyfriends is because I had a crush on them when I was a little girl. And I still think they're handsome. I understand, technically speaking, in cartoon universes, they never age. But the truth of the matter is, once you crush, you'll always crush, if you know what's good for you. So I'm going to be talking about why I love Danny Phantom and why I love Ben 10. So I remember I was obsessed with Ben 10 when I was a little girl. Okay, shout out to my elementary and middle school years. And how I love the fact that Ben 10 is obnoxious AF and that him and his cousin Gwen and his grandfather Max Tennyson, is it Max Tennyson? I think it is. Uncle, no, sorry. Is it Uncle Max, Uncle Ben? Oh my god, I'm thinking about Spider-Man. Okay, we're gonna move on. I feel like it's Max, but I might be getting it wrong. Bear with me, it's been a while. But anyway, so I love Benson because he's obnoxious AF. I love his relationship with his cousin Gwen and his grandfather. I love how he is so headstrong. And I love the theme song, you guys. The theme songs for Danny Phantom and Benton slap. I don't care what no one says. I still listen to it sometimes just to do a little dance session. I think it's so fun. But what I loved about the Benson universe is that they also did a spinoff where he was a teenager and he was older and still so handsome. And how he ended up like having a girlfriend, going on with his life, and Gwen with her magic, and how he got more alien powers with his Omnitrix. Oh my god, growing up, I always wanted an Omnitrix. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever wanted an Omnitrix. And tell me, like, how badly did you want it? I wanted it, and I wish that it was real that I could transform into aliens. Like, that shit is cool. I don't care what no one says. And I love the villain Vilgax and how he was, like, literally obsessed with Ben, and how Ben, technically speaking, was like just lucky to find the Omnitrix because it wasn't like being sent to him intentionally. He just ended up finding it that day that he was with his grandfather and Gwen, and they were all camping in the RV. Okay, I want to say this: they made RV living look cool as fuck. Yes, they also like made jokes about it in this show, and like, you know, we're kind of like, ugh, the RV, but the RV was cool as fuck. I don't care what no one says. And shout out to Danny Phantom too because they did the same thing with their like ghost vehicles and whatnot. Ugh, I just love both universes. So with Ben 10 though, some of my favorite aliens that he turns into are Swamp Fire, Heat Blast. Those are like some of the OGs. Ugh, okay. I love, oh yeah, Kevin 11. He didn't turn into him, but I remember Kevin 11 and him had beef when they were like kids. And when they got older, Gwendolyn or Gwen, she ended up like dating Kevin 11. And so him and Ben became close. I liked it that. Like, I thought it was just so wholesome. I love the fact that he can turn into Ghost Freak. Oh my god, I love Ghost Freak. He looks so scary, but it was like so interesting. I would hate when his Omnitrix would time out. Diamond Head. Shout out to Diamond Head. Oh, Ripjaws. Ripjaws was definitely an OG. Shout out to those who remember the Cartoon Network website and how they would have games with all the cartoon characters. I really loved it. I loved it. Oh, did you guys see Ben 10 Race Against Time, I think it's called. It was the live action version, and like where he's 10, and then they have a one where he's like a teenager and older. I forgot what it's called, but that one's a good one too, I think I saw it one time in my life, and I was slightly disappointed, but it was still interesting. And then like what I love about Danny Phantom, oh, is his temper. Like Danny Phantom is a high schooler, and he ends up turning ghost, as you know, by going inside the ghost portal that his parents thought was broke, but actually worked, and it like basically killed him halfway because he's a human and he's also a ghost. That's why he's called a ghost boy. That's why he's called Danny Phantom, because his real name is Danny Fenton, but it's Danny Phantom when he goes ghost, which is like the Phantom version of him, where it's like an inverted way, where his hair is white instead of black, his eyes are green instead of blue, and then sometimes his eyes will turn red when he turns evil, like with the episode with Ghost Freak. Is his name Ghost Freak? Something Freak. It was an episode where he had this villain had a jealousy towards ghosts and used his scepter to control Danny and other ghosts to like do his bidding and steal like money and gold and stuff. And Sam was getting dropped in the episode, and Danny stepped out of his like hypnosis and saved her. I like that one. I like the enemy within. Um, and that one is the one where Danny turns evil with like Plasmius being a part of him and his phantom side being in control, and how Plasmius' evil side overwhelmed him, and then it made him an evil version of himself. And that was after he lost all his family and friends in the Nasty Burger explosion. Shout out to those who know, who know. What I do like too about Danny Phantom is the different ghosts. Like, shout out to Ember. Ember is a bad bitch. I don't care what it says. She be rocking it out. Giving, okay. I like her a lot because her character is just so cool. Some other characters I like too are the relationship that Johnny 13 has with Kitty, and how they have like a toxic relationship, but they're like a biker couple where he's like a biker and a bad boy, and she's like his beautiful girlfriend who's like really mouthy, and like they argue like an old married couple because they've been together for like eternity. Skulker is the world's greatest ghost hunter, and he's obsessed with Danny. And there are episodes though when they work together to like escape certain things. I like Plasmius. I like Vlad Masters, Vlad Plasmius, and how he literally is in love with Danny's mom the whole entire show, and he resents Jack because he blames Jack for him like turning into a ghost. And then I like how he wants Danny to be like a son figure to him and to like denounce his dad, Jack Fenton, because he sees that Danny has so much potential. I love the episode with bitter reunions. I love the fact that Danny and Valerie are always like fighting, then they end up liking each other like in human form, but their secret identities. Where she's a ghost hunter and he's a ghost, literally conflicts that. I love that him and Sam end up getting together at the end because they are in game. I just love it. I love Tucker. Shout out to the only black guy on that show. I think Tucker is the only black guy on that show. Wait, no. Valerie's dad is black, and then Valerie's black. But shout out to them. I love how Tucker is such a fucking nerd. Oh my god. Tucker Foley. Anyway, I love the episode when they're in the hospital and like everybody has ghost powers. I love like I just love it. I love how Danny fights the Ghost King in one of the episodes. I love the Halloween episode special. I just love how Danny is. Danny is just like so handsome. I just love Danny. I love it. I don't know. I think I have a thing for alter egos. I think that's what it is. I just can't help it. You know how like we all have different versions of ourselves? I think I'm the type of woman that's in love with the other version of someone's self that they feel like they need to hide. Like, I'm like, no, it's okay that you're like half dead and a ghost. I still love you anyway. Like, oh, one of those. Oh my god, it's giving Bella from Twilight when Edward literally tells her, right? I want to kill you, or I want your blood. When she takes him literally into the fucking woods behind the high school and tells him, I know what you are, like a dumbass. And then and then they end up talking and Edward's all like, you're like, he literally calls her dumb too. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But she's all like, I don't care if you want to kill me. I don't care if you want to hurt me. Like, I was like, what? Okay. I feel like this is definitely a Bella fucking moment. Okay. Okay. But I can't help it, you guys. Like, mother cannot help it. I just love it. I love that they're underestimated. And then when they whip out their power, like for Vincent, it's his Omnitrix. For Danny, it's his ghost powers and goes ghost. Everybody's just like, oh shit, wrong dude. Like, yeah, back the fuck up. You thought. Like, it's just like, yeah, like, get him. That's Zaddy. Anyway. Okay, but come on now. I can't be the only one that has seen these shows and that has loved these shows and the characters. I just can't be. It's impossible to tell me I am. So if you all are familiar with Danny Phantom and Ben 10, tell me, like, what did you love about their shows? What did you love about them? Also, do you have any cartoon crushes that I should know about? Because these two are my two of our first boyfriends. Like, I would literally come home from school and literally watch Danny Phantom, and then at night I would watch Vincent on Cartoon Network because Danny Phantom was on Nickelodeon. Shout out to Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. And then I would also journal and write in my little diary. It was a fuzzy little purple diary, and I used to be like, "Oh my god, I love you, Ben. You're like so handsome." I'd be like, "I love you, Danny." Like, it's just like, yeah, like, okay. So let me know. And with that, Mother's gonna say ciao.